name is Brett Blakemore, and I want to welcome you to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about triads, and we're going to be using Bob Marley's tune, No Woman, No Cry, as our template, all right? So this is a really important lesson because it's going to start to teach you how you can move simple chords all over the fretboard, and it'll allow you to outline the chord changes as you improvise so that your solos can sound that much more polished. Professional musicians and studio musicians do this all of the time. Once you start to incorporate these ideas to your playing will level up, all right? I guarantee it. So the chords in this song are pretty simple. It's just a C major, a G major, an A minor, and an F. But we're going to take them up the neck and play 3-note chords or triads, and then we're going to be able to outline chord changes by picking out notes within those chords as they're being played throughout the progression, okay? Before we jump into this lesson, make sure you grab the PDF. There'll be a link to that in the description below. And if you're interested in working more with me and learning how your triads can really kind of transform your playing, you've got to check out my 5 Pillars of Music Theory course. You can either get the course or you can jump into my All Access Pass, which gives you access to all of my courses, a private community, as well as live teaching with me 2 times a month where you can get your questions answered and you can get real feedback from a real teacher. Let's jump into this lesson. So the first thing you have to know is that the chords for the song are C major, G over B, A minor, F, okay? So what we're gonna do is play these as triads on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. So check this out. You're gonna play these as 3-note chords. So that's all you need to make a major or minor chord. You got a root, you got a 3rd, and you got a 5th, okay? So a little bit of theory talk there is literally if the scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, you're thinking of the root, which is that, and then you go up 3 notes, 1, 2, 3, there's the 3rd is an E, and then you go up to the 5th, 4, 5, and that's the G. So we need a C, E, and a G. I'm not going to do that for each chord, but that's kind of how the theory works, all right? So each chord is a root, a 3rd, and a 5th, okay? That's all you need to make a major or a minor chord. So check this out. We're going to do a C major right here. Make sure you grab the PDF because it's all going to be in there. And then we're going to walk it down and do our G over B right here, all right? And then we're going to walk down a whole step and we're going to play an A minor, which is right here. That one's kind of weird because you're going to play 7th fret 4th string and then 5 and 5 on the 3rd and 2nd. And then all we have to do to get our F is add our middle finger to the 6th fret 2nd string. So literally all I'm doing is C, walking down a half step with my ring finger, G over B, walking down a whole step with my ring finger, A minor, and then I'm adding my middle finger for the F. So the cool thing, and what you really want to remember here is any of these notes work, all right? You need to be aware of your major scale, and you need to be aware of your pentatonics. But if you were to just play any of these notes as the chords are being played, like you're outlining the chord changes right away. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you analyze what notes are in each of these shapes, okay? All right, so this one's in root position. Any of these notes will work as you're improvising as the chord progression's happening, and you can see me doing that a little bit in the intro of this lesson. Then if I go here, this is a G with the B in the bass, that's the major 3rd. I go down again, A minor and root. Any of these notes will work. And then my middle finger, 6th fret 2nd string, is the F, and that F is 3rd in the bass, so that's 1st inversion. So any of these will work. So you'll see me at the beginning, I'm playing just like that, right? And then I'm coming up, do a little melody, which kind of is outlining it as well, but we're not really getting into the melody of that little line right there. So what we've got is a C major, a G major, an A minor, and an F, okay? When you do these and you get them down and you understand what scales work around them, then you can really start to play a little bit of a scale, play a little bit of a chord, play a little bit of a scale, play a note in the chord, and then play another note in the chord, all right? This is really important because your favorite guitar players do this all of the time, okay? They might go like this. If you know the chords, you might be able to go, all right, let's just slide into each note as they happen in the song. So you could go like C, that's your C chord, G chord, there's a D, there's your A minor, we're playing a C, and then F, I'm gonna play the F root right there, okay? So if you play that with that, you're literally outlining those changes as they happen. And that is a level up of guitar playing, all right? It's kind of the holy grail. You want to be able to outline chords as they happen, all right? If you can't do that and you're just playing pentatonics, you want to make sure you're at least landing on like C roots throughout, or if you can land on just the roots of each chord as they take place. The key here is landing on a chord tone as the chord's being played. That's outlining the changes. If you land on a chord tone kind of after the chord's being played, it'll still sound good because it's in the key, but you're not exactly outlining the changes. And that's really what we're going for here. Outline the changes. You can start by doing this little exercise, and this will be in the PDF as well. Just going... like that, and you kind of outlined each one. All right, so that's the first place that we played it in the kind of intro thing, right? So the next place that I played it was here, and you heard me go like that. All I did was, once again, outline triads, okay? And it sounds amazing, right? It sounded like the song just now when I played it because I played them in the exact rhythm and in the exact order that the chords fall within the song, all right? Like I said before, that is literally the key, and that's what you want to be able to do, okay? So we'll play a C right here, and we'll walk down these changes really quick. And we'll play a G right here. We'll play an A minor right here. I'm just borrowing first, second, and third string on the 5th fret, and then an F right here. Now let's take a look at these chords, all right? So you've got a C. That's literally a piece of your C major bar chord in the E shape. You got a G. There's your D shape. You've got an A minor right there. And then you've got an F that's in the D shape as well. So now, if you really memorize these, you can kind of outline each one. So let me show you how I did that right there. So I know this triad shape like that, right? So now I'm just playing this E, and then I'm going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 6, all right? So what I'm doing is I'm playing this triad, but I'm only playing the 3rd string, 9th fret, 1st string, 8th fret. Then we have this G in the D shape, but when I do that little walk down lick, I'm just playing the D 7th fret 3rd string, the B 7th fret 1st string, and then I come down to the A minor. Instead of playing the full chord, I'm playing chord tones. I'm playing 5th fret 3rd string, 1st string, 5th fret, okay? And then I'm landing on the F root, all right? So that is kind of how that works, all right? So you can hear the chords. You know, you can do it again. And then you could just land on a full triad up on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string grouping. So that's kind of a way you can do it. Now, another thing you can think about here is you could just grab the notes out of that one as well, like we did on the previous one. You could just go like C, B, A minor, F, right? And you're just basically hunting for chord tones as the song is being played, as the chords are being played. So you got C, this is a note within the G triad, this is an A within the A minor triad, and then there's your F. You could stay on that A, really, from that A minor to the F. I just landed on the root so you could hear it change. Because if you play the A over that F major triad, it's in there, right? So you have common tones. So you have to really pay attention to what notes are common, what notes are the same from chord to chord, because that's how you get good voice leading, and that's how you start to play triads and chord progressions really musically. And once you're aware of that, you can also apply that to your lead lines, right? These notes are just right next to each other. You just have to be aware and understand where they're at, okay? And that's hopefully what this little snippet of this lesson is going to help you be able to figure out, okay? So now if we go up, I play this in one more spot. Let's look at this in one more spot. So No Woman, No Cry, and 3 areas on the neck, all right? So we got a C major chord right here. Now let's take a look at this one, all right? So now 14, 12, 13, and then we're coming down. These are off the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string, if I didn't say that. We've got a G in the A shape. It's kind of like that, but who wants to put all 3 fingers in there? You just got to bar it. That's what I'm doing. And then an A minor. Don't forget, these are all in the PDF. And then an F right there, all right? So I did the same thing here. You can do the exact same exercise. Like that. Just like that. And you start to outline these changes in a way you might not have thought of before, right? If you're really into fingerstyle and you're like, I'd love to play fingerstyle, get rid of the pick and do the same thing with just your fingers. You can go. And you just kind of pluck it and arpeggiate it with your thumb, index, middle, and then back to your index. So I'm just kind of going thumb, index, middle, index, thumb, middle, index, thumb, index, middle, index, and I pluck the chord there at the end. So another thing that these things are really useful for, these triads are really useful for, is if you know your pentatonics, you can start to add double stops and stuff like that. So you can like get this C chord, and then you can just go like that, or you can get the G chord, and then A minor, and you can start to really be able to kind of add texture in between chord changes. You can do it here too. And you know it sounds good, especially on like a Strat or a single coil guitar. I'm just a sucker for like single coils with double stops. That's why you hear me play them so many times in these lessons. But you can do that anywhere. You know, you could go. And you're adding texture in between, right? So use this stuff, try it out. Let me know what you think of this lesson below, and I would love to hear from you. And if you're interested, like I said, in working more with me and being able to like have me as your guitar teacher, essentially, you've got to check out my All Access Pass. I go live in there a couple times a month, like on Wednesday nights, and then you get real feedback from me, and I teach a masterclass basically every other Wednesday live, and you have a private community, and you get access to all of my courses. So I hope this lesson was helpful. If it was, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and share this channel with someone else. I'm really doing this out of the love that I have for the guitar, and I'm trying to spread that to the entire world. Thank you for the support, and I will see you in the next lesson.